So, was Valley of T-Rex wasted of potential? Yes, of course it is. Obviously, when I was a kid back then, I didn't really know, but I did like the documentary as a kid because obviously the animation, and of course the animation is the same product that they did with When Dinosaurs Roamed America. I believe that it came out during the same year as When Dinosaurs Roamed America. Remember, I had it on a VHS. But anyways, beside the point. Why was it wasted potential as a documentary? Well, because Jack Horner mistreated Tyrannosaurus Rex like crazy, saying that Tyrannosaurus was weak. Tyrannosaurus can't grab things with its arms or whatever. Spreading a lot of misinformation. Even like other Tyrannosaurus Rex documentaries that are based on the scavenger debate with Jack Horner still explains it. And Jack Horner is still going on to this very day that T-Rex is nothing but a pathetic scavenger. I think the reason why he did that is because he wanted to troll the T-Rex fans or whatever. I don't know. And he also said that, bone-crushing animals are scavengers. Well, not really necessarily. Hyenas are bone-crushing animals, but hyenas kill more than lions do in the Serengeti. Also, Jack Horner saying that Tyrannosaurus was not a fast runner. Okay. You realize that, big animals may have been ambush predators, like T-Rex was an ambush predator, would probably sneak up on a hadrosaur or a triceratops and attack it. Do you realize that, Horner? Yeah. The animation itself looks pretty good. Again, it's just, the animation's just When Dinosaurs Are in America animation, and it's still pretty good. Even at the time back then, I used to like at the very end of the documentary when we see the T-Rex with the red face and that grayish purple body-ish like color. I used to like that model, but looking at it now, the body's pretty good, but the only problem I have is that its keratin on its head, on its crests, have the Jurassic Park like keratin, like we see. So it is a bit inaccurate, Other than that, they could have just done a lot of things with this documentary, saying that Tyrannosaurus was both a predator and a scavenger at the same time, because all apex predators, no matter how big or how small you are, they're going to be both scavenger and hunter, like grizzly bears, they're both scavenger and hunter. Spotted hyenas are scavengers and hunters. Lions as well. Tigers. Crocodiles. For God's sakes, there's even a documentary that's even much better than the Valley of T-Rex, and that's T-Rex Warrior Wimp, even though Jack Horner is in it. But a paleontologist named Kenneth Branagh, no, not Kenneth Branagh, Ken Carpenter, Ken Carpenter actually destroyed Horner's hypothesis, that T-Rex was a hunter after all, or at least it was both a predator and a scavenger after all, that it hunted, hadrosaurs, because Ken Carpenter found a hadrosaur tail vertebrate that was bitten by a Tyrannosaurus. And even back in the day in the 90s, he even destroyed Horner's hypothesis. But no, Horner is still going on and on and on about this. He won't listen. Even though, according to Ken Carpenter, they're still friends with each other. But at the same time, though, Horner's not going to change. My point is that This documentary was wasted of potential, and it was probably my least favorite documentary of the early 2000s, like the really, really early 2000s, before Jurassic Fight Club, before Animal Face Off, before Monsters Resurrected. You know, this was probably the worst early 2000s documentary at the time. That's all I have to say. And also, watch Red Raptor Writes and Rick Raptor. They did a rant video about it, so I highly recommend watching those videos. They pretty much destroyed Horner's bullshit calculations or whatever, and they pretty much made fun of him, you know. So I highly recommend watching them.